Hi, welcome to me starting over in my 30s and building my dream life. What do I mean by dream life? How am I starting over? That is a great question. I somehow have turned into a person who oh, there's a hair floating. I have somehow turned into a person who starts a lot of things, which is cool. I've explored a lot. I allow myself the freedom to explore new things, try new things without the pressure of seeing it through or being the best or whatever, blah, blah. I've talked about this before on this channel. I think that's a superpower and I love that part about myself. But I also feel that I am somebody who I can generate a lot of ideas very easily and I can sometimes find ways to start those things, but I don't often see them all through. And there's a lot of things I say I want to do that I don't actually end up doing. When I look back on my 20s, I love that life. I love what I did. I let myself do a lot of things, like I said, without a lot of pressure. And I think that resulted in a lot of really great things. But as I got closer to my 30s, I realized that, well, I thought I realized that I maybe should focus more on money-making things or career-focused things, kind of for the same reason. I felt like I was very good at starting a lot of things, but I didn't have a lot of big accomplishments. I hadn't accomplished a lot of things that had bragging rights, I guess. Honestly, it was mostly outside societal view of success. I didn't have a lot of those things. Money, the job, the car, the hat, whatever. So when I approached my 30s, I thought I'm gonna go to grad school, the easiest, I had already been in corporate for a while, and so I went and got an MBA. Then I worked at one of the big four as a consultant for a while after that. Some people are probably thinking, oh, that's awesome. Great way to start over. Congrats, video over. That was actually the beginning of my crash out period, and this video is me starting over after starting over. I am trying to reframe how I view my dream life, or what it is that I see when I talk to people about what I want for my future or what I want in my dream life. I think a lot of people, understandably so, including myself, always looked at dream life in a way of jobs, career, where you live, how much money you make. And I am trying to see the possibilities within my current situation and ways that I can create my dream life with the tools that I have right now, because I do have my old dream life, if that makes sense. What I mean is I have now what I used to see as a dream life. There's so many things that I can be more excited about that are within my close reach that I feel like I could easily fulfill. And if I just water these plants that are in my circle, I think that I can be extremely happy with my dream life right now. That is not to say that I think that having big dreams and big goals and big changes, all great, all wonderful. This is, again, it's just my personal journey. I'm trying to restructure the things that are within my grasp right now, because I think I've done a very bad job at that. I do, however, dream of having close relationships with friends, of having the ability to spend more time with my partner, of finding lots of hobbies that I love to do and the time to do them, and maybe even getting good at some or all of them. I dream of enjoying the life that I have right now, because I haven't been very good at that. I've been looking so far into the future and regretting so far behind me in the past that I have not taken a lot of time to enjoy and create the dream life right in front of me. If you are new to this channel, which I'm gonna guess you are because I only have 3 subscribers, thank you to my 3 subscribers. I love you. I wanted to give newcomers a glimpse into the future of what to expect of this channel, who I am, what are we doing here, okay? So all of my videos are going to be pretty much about what we're gonna talk about today. So let's jump into what it means to be that girl. There are 3 buckets. Bucket 1, family and friends. I'm starting off with a big one here with family and friends, because I feel like this, for me, is going to take a lot of effort. It is not that I don't love my family and my friends, but I have grown to be pretty introverted and I love from a distance. So when it comes to my family, we are pretty distant. Physically, emotionally. I do not mean that we don't love each other, because we definitely do, and we have so much fun when we get together. But for whatever reason, everybody in my family seemed like they all kind of hit this moment where they went off and did their own thing, or they started their little families, and everybody got busy kind of all at once, all over the place. I would like to work on being the glue, I guess. Here's my plan for that. I want to get good at writing letters. This is kind of like twofold because I just want to have it be like a very personal connection. I want it to be kind of like heartfelt and a little bit different. And I think I personally feel so special when I get letters and cards and stuff from people. So I'm gonna start doing that with my family. I want to send more gifts and presents and little things, nothing big. Hey, I'm thinking of you. Here's this cool thing or whatever. I am kind of the gatekeeper of a lot of our family memories already because I have acquired all of our like photos and random like, I don't know, artwork and memories and da-da-da-da-da. So I want to be better about sharing those things with my family. I know they would love to have it, but I have not done a very good job of like making copies and sending them to people. I also want to like visit more often. And one of the bigger things that I'd like to do this year is to plan a family vacation. As an adult, I have not taken a family vacation with my family. I will say that my family is very small. I do think that kind of changes things a little bit. And like I said, we're all over the place, so it's like been kind of hard to get together. I've seen them, don't get me wrong. Again, my family and I love each other. Now friends, I will admit, I am a bad friend. I am a self-proclaimed bad friend. My heart has hardened over the years for many reasons, and it really pains me to say that. But I want to change that slowly over time. I know that there are amazing people out there and I am friends with quite a few of them, but I would like to get better at valuing the people that I love and letting them know that. The plan for this, I'd like to explore more hobbies, which will come to that later in the video. I want to leverage that into meeting new people and expanding my network. I think that's a great opportunity to meet new people, and also, you know, you already have stuff in common and then you can kind of motivate each other to keep doing the thing, and you know, you get it. Something like maybe kind of small. I'm so sorry that this is who I am, but I want to input everybody that I know, my friends, my family, all their birthdays into my calendar. I've already kind of started doing it, and I'll like ask people randomly, when's your birthday? Just to put it in my calendar, but I'm setting reminders for myself like a week or 2 weeks before to remember to do something for them or gift them something for their birthday. I'm sorry that I am that person and that I have to even say that out loud, but listen, I want to be vulnerable and I want to acknowledge my faults. This is one of my faults and I'm fixing it, so here we go. Okay, sorry, super corporate speak incoming. I want to schedule check-ins on my calendar with my friends, and I'll probably with my family, probably do it with my family too. Not like, I'm not gonna add the person to the check-in, we're not like scheduling a Zoom call, but I want to set myself reminders in my calendar of like once a month or every other month or every, whoever it is, whatever the relationship demands, reminders to check in with that person. And that could mean anything. Maybe it's a random phone call, maybe it's a letter, maybe it's a text, reminding myself to talk to people. Again, I'm so sorry. I hate myself. Okay, moving on to the next bucket, we're talking about health. I am pretty motivated here because I care a lot about my health. I always have. I'm very interested in health, but I recently had a mental crisis that caused me to throw all of it away. We don't have to dive into it, but I am ready to change that. So here's my plan. I would like to take care of my mental health. I would like to start seeing a therapist. I'm not right now. I would like to. I would like to take care of my body. I pay for an exercise app, a weightlifting app. I have equipment in my garage for this. I built myself a gym, have not used it in like 6 or 7 months. Again, mental health. I would like to reduce my environmental stress. What I mean by that is, I don't know how messy it is right now, but taking care of my house more and back to enjoying the life that I have right now. I think actually my house, my environmental stress is like a very good example of that. There's a lot of things that I want to do in my house that I'll buy the things for, and I'm like planning and prepping and getting it, and then I don't execute on the plan. Exhibit A, in my hallway, or sorry, in my stairway, I want to make like a big collage of all these paintings and photos and framed stuff and mirrors and whatever. I have been purchasing everything. It's leaning up against, I think you can see it in this video, there's like a stack of 6 or 7 put pictures right there that are just sitting here. There you go, environmental stress. And the third bucket is learning. This is on here potentially for obvious reasons, but there's a lot of things that I think I want to do that for some reason I buy the things or I acquire the things or I sign up for this or that and I don't actually do it. So my plan for this, reading more books. I read, I would say, at a decent pace, but I really want to improve that for a few reasons. Reason one, my cell phone time. People still call it a cell phone. Reason one is because my phone time is horrible. I spend so much time watching YouTube, watching TikToks, playing mobile games. Oh, it's bad. I really want to turn off my phone more and read a damn book. And I have a lot that I have not read. And I keep acquiring more thinking I want to be that girl and I want to read more and I would love to be somebody who finishes like a braggable amount of books in a year. And I always think this year I'll do it and then I never do. So we're gonna do that. I would love to learn a language. I have dabbled in language learning very casually. I probably can read French decently. Oh, I should not say that out loud. I would like to learn a language, so I'm gonna take that a lot more seriously this year. I also would love to learn piano. This has been an interest of mine since I was a little kid. And in fact, I bought a digital piano years ago and then I never learned how to use it. I've kind of like self-taught some things. I probably can, I don't even want to say the words because I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna learn how to do it and talk about it this year. And I want to be somebody who travels, which I feel like is in the learning bucket, but I guess it could be in the relationship bucket too. And in the health bucket. Let's throw travel in all the buckets because it's so good for you. And I have done so little of it. Traveling, I think, is very important for people. And it gives you perspective and it's, you know, I can go on and on and on about all the benefits of travel and yet I never seem to prioritize it. It almost kind of feels like it's because it's one of those things I haven't done and then I don't even know where to start and I get kind of overwhelmed with the planning. But even like, let's just say in the United States, like traveling around the United States. I live on the East Coast now, I'm from the West Coast and I have traveled like nowhere on the East Coast and there's so much to do here. Ultimately, I really want to travel to a lot of places. So I'm adding travel to the list. I have not defined in my mind yet what exactly that means because I haven't really figured out what's truly feasible. I do have a job, so does my partner. And we, you know, have a limited amount of resources to do the traveling. But, you know, we'll figure it out. So here's my overarching plan for success. Taking all of these plans and all of these buckets and putting them into a larger plan, I am going to, for now, I'm going to create some trackers and start tracking this kind of as like habit tracking, but basically like kind of miniature goal setting. Something I'm trying to do daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever. Again, we're speaking so like corporate today. I want to film the journey. Again, that's the whole point of this video. That's the plan for this channel. I'm going to be documenting all of these things and all of this growth and all of these new experiences. So please join me. I'm going to film a lot of it, probably vlog style and just doing the experiences, whatever. But I am going to do regular check-ins. I want to leave room for flexibility because I am often crushed by the weight of like expectations and deadlines and I am very all or nothing. I want to make sure that there's flexibility built into this plan and be kind to myself that some months are going to go better than others. That's that. And I need to, vulnerability time, I guess. I need to leave room for illness because I am have been dealing with a terrible chronic migraine issue for a long time and they are absolutely debilitating. It's more than a headache, people. If you know someone with migraines, please be nice to them. Okay, so that's my plan. Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and join me for all the other fun things that are going to happen. Normally, I'm a show, don't tell person, but I did think that maybe an intro to where this whole thing is going was important. So appreciate you watching and I'll see you in the next video.